Welcome everyone to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling, where I booked WWF in the year 2001. This is the Go Home Raw to Unforgiven. Let's run the show and let's see how the Go Home Raw to Unforgiven went. In an abysmal pre-show match, Randy Orton defeated Scott Vick by pinfall with an Ozone. This got 23. Bob Orton did good work at ringside. Um, Confusingly, Randy Orton and I think Randy Orton's a face and Bob Orton's a heel. Okay, so I'll have to fix that. In an abysmal pre-show match, Charlie Haas defeated Tim Homer by submission with the Haas of Pain. This guy 22. So now it's time for the actual show. In a decent match, Al Snow defeated Rhino by pinfall with the Snowplow. This got a 57. So the arena stim as Linda McMahon's theme music plays. And so Linda walks out. It's that SummerSlam that da 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 da. I think SummerSlam '96 or '97 used it. So she comes out carrying a clipboard. Her expression serious but composed. The crowd gives a mixed reaction, unsure of what's coming. So Linda McMahon steps into the ring, takes a mic, and waits for the noise to settle. Linda McMahon goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. As the Chief Executive Officer of World Wrestling Federation, I stand before you tonight to address a matter of significant importance regarding our upcoming pay-per-view, Unforgiven, on September 23rd. So Linda McMahon adjusts her glasses, and she's glancing at the clipboard. And Linda McMahon goes, "As you're all aware, the past several months have seen an unprecedented clash between the WWF, WCW, and the remnants of ECW. This conflict has tested the resilience of our company and its superstars. However, after careful deliberation, the WWE Board of Directors has reached a decision that will raise the stakes at Unforgiven." So you hear the crowd buzzing, and Linda McMahon goes, "At Unforgiven, there will be a series of interpromotional matches pitting WWF, WCW, and ECW against one another. The board has agreed to the following. If ECW wins the most victories in these matches, they will earn their right to name and brand our October pay-per-view event." So the crowd pops chanting ECW. Linda McMahon goes, "This is an opportunity for ECW to leave their mark should they prove themselves superior on that night." So she pauses, letting the announcement wash over the crowd. Linda McMahon goes, "This decision reflects our commitment to competition and fairness, even amidst this turbulent time. The WWF will not back down. WCW will fight for their survival, and ECW now has a chance to retain a piece of their legacy. I urge you all to tune in to Unforgiven to witness history in the making. Thank you." Linda McMahon puts down the mic, nods to the crowd, and exits the ring to her theme music as the audience reacts, some chanting ECW, others booing the corporate tone. So basically, ECW does have a spot in the interpromotional matches where WWF and WCW were taking on one another. So, um, yeah, so um, might have ECW might be able to um, take control of October's pay-per-view. Unfortunately, this only got 34. That's why I hate doing segments with Linda McMahon, because like, while she's a good authority figure, and but she's just while she has good microphone skills, she's just not popular enough to get a good rating. So the commissioner's music plays, as and Legal comes out in a sharp suit, um, smirking concedingly of the booing of the crowd. He steps into the ring, adjusts his tie, and raises the mic with an air of superiority. William Regal goes, "Good evening, you unwashed, uncultured lot." The crowd boos louder, and Regal goes, "As your esteemed WWF commissioner, it is my duty, nay, my privilege, to bring order and sophistication to this chaotic cesspool you call entertainment. And tonight I've decided to grace you all with a match that will showcase the finest and, well, the slightly less refined elements of this company." So Regal is pacing back and forth as he looks at the audience, and Regal goes, "You see, I've been observing the rabble in the back, and I've come to a brilliant conclusion in my infinite wisdom. I've decided to book a tag team match for later this evening. On one side, we'll have the rather garish Diamond Dallas Page," and Regal pauses so the crowd can cheer for DDP. Then Regal goes, "And that loudmouth Booker T who insists on shouting, 'Can you dig it?' as if anyone actually cared." So the crowd starts chanting Booker T. Regal goes, "Together they'll form a team of, let's call it, questionable pedigree." Regal smirks, um, brushing off his jacket. Regal goes, "And opposing them will be two gentlemen of far superior stock, the dashing and cunning Christian," and that gets a lot of boos from the crowd. And Regal goes, "And the Olympic hero himself, Kurt Angle." Some people cheer, some people boo, but it's mostly boos. Regal goes, "A pairing of intellect, athleticism, and dare I say, a touch of class that's sorely lacking around here." He pauses for dramatic effect, letting the crowd's jeers wash over him. William Regal goes, "But here's the piece de resistance, you simpletons. William Regal, your commissioner, will serve as the special guest referee." So that got the crowd to boo again. William Regal goes, "That's right. I'll ensure this match is conducted with the dignity and fairness it deserves, or at least the fairness I deem appropriate. So, ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for a contest overseen by the only man in this company with a shred of decorum. You're welcome." So, Regal lowers the mic. He has a smug grin and exits the ring to his theme as the crowd chant for Diamond Dallas Page and Booker T, setting the stage for the match later in the night. In a decent match, Hugh Morris defeated Chavo Guerrero by pinfall with a powerbomb. Sky 51. After Hugh Morris' victory, he grabs a mic and says, "ECW Circus Act wouldn't last 5 minutes in WCW's ring." And this got 32. So the arena explodes as the Hardy Boys theme come out and they come with Lita, all three soaking in the cheers and adulation. They hit the ring, Matt grabbing a mic as Jeff bounces off the ropes and rattles the crowd. Matt Hardy goes, "Listen up, Irma, South Carolina." The crowd pops. He goes, "You look at that, the most extreme, most fearless tag team in the WWF, the Hardy Boys. We've been jumping off ladders, crashing through tables, and taking all comers. But there's two punks from WCW who keep dodging us, Mark Jindrak and Sean Stasiak." So the crowd boos at the mention of Jindrak and Stasiak. Matt Hardy goes, "We've tangled with you clowns before, and every time you shriek away with your tails between your legs. So tonight, we're calling you out. One more match. Jindrak and Stasiak get Unforgiven. Let's settle this once and for all." So Jeff Hardy grabs the mic, his wild energy taking over. Jeff Hardy goes, "That's right. Mark Jindrak, Stasiak, you think you're hot stuff because you jumped ship from WCW? You're nothing but a couple of posers. We're sick of your excuses, so get out here and face us like men, or are you scared to take on the Hardy Boys one more time?" So the crowd cheers, but then the natural born Thrillers theme plays as Mark Jindrak and Sean Stasiak walk out, uh, mics in hand, smirking arrogantly. They stop at the top of the ramp, refusing to enter the ring, and Mark Jindrak goes, "Hold it right there, Hardys. Why the hell would we waste our time on you two freaks again? We've already proven we're better than you. Taller, stronger, better looking." Then he flexes for the crowd and the crowd boos. And Jindrak goes, "You're yesterday's news, and we've not interested." Sean Stasiak goes, "Yeah, exactly. We're moving up the ladder, not slumming it with a couple of face-painted weirdos and their little cheerleader." And he points at his leader as he says that. The crowd boos even more. So Stasiak goes, "Go find some other suckers to lose to. We're done with you." So Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy look at each other, and Matt steps forward, raising the mic. And Matt Hardy goes, "Not interested, huh? All right, let's sweeten the pot. Jindrak, Stasiak, if you beat us at Unforgiven, the Hardy Boys will retire from the WWF. Done, finite, out of here." So the crowd gasps. Matt Hardy goes, "And?" Then he pauses, glancing at Lita, who nods reluctantly. Matt Hardy goes, Lita will go out on a date with you, Mark Jindrak. So the crowd erupts, a mix of shock and cheers. Lita smirks defiantly while Jeff nods in agreement. Jindrak and Stasiak's eyes widen and they huddle on the ramp, whispering. Mark Jindrak goes, while grinning, retire and a date with Lita? Oh, you've got a deal, Hardy, but we're raising the stakes. We'll give you your match, but it's going to be a six-person tag. Me, Sean Stasiak, and the hottest woman in WCW, Stacy Keebler, against you two losers and Lita at Unforgiven. It's on. Sean Stasiak goes, yeah. And when we win, you're gone, and Jindrak's taking Lita out for a night she'll never forget. See ya at Unforgiven, suckers. So Jindrak and Stasiak laugh, dropping their mics and going back up the ramp as Natural Born Thrillers plays in the ring. Matt, Jeff, and Lita huddle, staring them down with determination as the crowd chants, Hardy, Hardy. Unfortunately, this only got 36, and it lost heat. But this storyline's been start and stop, so I'm just finally finishing it since the match will probably do better than I would hope do better than this. In about that had great heat and decent wrestling, Rikishi defeated Taz by pinfall with the big splash. And this got 56. Man, the promos just are killing me, but I can't just have matches. The arena lights flicker as Bombshell by Powerman 5000 hits. The Dudley Boys, Bubba and Devon storm down the ramp. WCW Tag Team titles slung over their shoulders. The crowd roars, a mix of cheers and boos for the volatile duo. They climb into the ring, Bubba grabbing a mic while Devon glares at the audience, cracking his knuckles. Bubba Ray Dudley goes, cut the music. So the music stops. And Bubba Ray goes, listen up, you bunch of slack jawed morons. You're looking at the Dudley Boys, the roughest, toughest, most dominant tag team in the whole damn company. So the crowd cheers. And Bubba Ray goes, we've been running through WWF teams, WCW teams, anybody dumb enough to step up. And guess what? Ain't nobody left standing. So Bubba smirks, pacing the ring as Devon nods menacingly. Bubba Ray Dudley goes, so here's the deal. It's September 2001, and we're heading to Unforgiven. And me and Devon are feeling a little unsatisfied. We've got these titles. He slaps the belt. He goes, and we're itching to break some skulls. So tonight, right here, right now, we're throwing out an open challenge. Any tag team, WWF, WCW, I don't care where you're from. Step out Unforgiven, and we'll put these belts on the line. So the crowd chants, tables, tables. Devon goes, testify! You heard the man. We don't care if it's the Hardy Boys, the APA, or some WCW rejects like Chronic or the Natural Born Thrillers. You want to dance with the Dudley Boys? Bring your A game, because we're bringing the word. Then he gestures towards an imaginary table and he goes, when it's over, you're going through a table Devon Dudley style. Bubba Ray Dudley goes, so who's it going to be, huh? Unforgiven's coming, and we're ready to bust heads and stack bodies. Step up or step off, 'cause the Dudley Boys don't back down from anybody. Devon, you tell 'em what time it is. And Devon goes, oh, my brother, testify. So the Dudley Boys raise their titles as the crowd erupts. Uh, Boomshot kicks back in, and they exit the ring, leaving the challenge for anyone who wants to face them at Unforgiven. Fortunately, this only got 39, but the thing is, this they were supposed to face Buff Bagwell and Canyon, but Buff Bagwell got suspended. So, yeah, I just don't have anything for the Dudleys. Well, I did originally have something for them. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, China defeated Ivory and Stacy Keebler when China pinned Ivory with a powerbomb. China makes defense number 5 of the women's championship. China carried the match in terms of in-ring performance, and this got a 49. So Hugh Morris and Chavo Guerrero Jr. backstage start yelling at each other in the locker room. Before things get physical, Shane McMahon intervenes between them and says, guys, remember, we're on the same side. What happened in the ring happened. Don't let that ruin what we have an opportunity for at Unforgiven. So Heath Morris and Chavo Guerrero Jr. shake hands and then walk off in different directions, and this only got 37. Ugh, these promos. Why am I doing so bad on promos? It's like I've never seen I've never seen this happen. So Shane McMahon hosts a contract signing for China versus Canyon at Unforgiven. Shane hypes Canyon. He's WCW future and China's a relic. Canyon signs, smirking. I'll innovate you into retirement, sweetheart. China signs silently, then flips the table into Canyon's chest. Canyon uh, swings a chair, but China blocks it, hits a low blow, and plants him with a pedigree. Shane tries to intervene, but China tosses him over the ropes. She grabs the mic. Unforgiven Canyon. WWF ends this. WCW goons, aka Quanic, drag Canyon out as China poses. Unfortunately, yeah. So and this got a 36. In a bout that had fantastic heat and good wrestling, Booker T and Diamond Dallas Page defeated Christian and Kurt Angle when Diamond Dallas Page pinned Christian with a diamond cutter. The finish saw Jim Corderas take over as referee after Regal was knocked out. Christian was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone's performance. Then DDP and Booker are celebrating their victory in the ring. Christian and Regal, who regained consciousness, attack Diamond Dallas Page and Booker T from behind. This got 57. There's a promo from the Big Show, and this actually did good. So Big Show theme hits. The 7-foot giant lumbers down the ramp, mic in hand, smirking at the crowd's mixed reaction. It's September 2001, and the WWF is in full swing towards Unforgiven. The steps over the top rope, grabs the mic, and paces the ring. Big Show goes, well, 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 look at all of you fine folks out here tonight. You're here to see the biggest athlete in sports entertainment, me, the Big Show. Some cheer, some boo. Big Show goes, but let's talk about something else for a minute. Let's talk about a certain, how should I put it, fossil walking around the back, acting like he still runs this place. I'm talking about The Undertaker. So the crowd erupts with cheers, and at the mention of Undertaker, and Big Show goes, oh, you can cheer all you want, but let's face facts. The dead man? More like the old man. He chuckles at his own joke. Big Show goes, I mean, come on, it's 2001, folks. The Undertaker's been dragging that creaky carcass around this ring since the dinosaurs roamed the earth. Or at least since I was in diapers. And trust me, that was a long time ago. So the crowd actually laughs. Big Show paces with a smug grin on his face. Big Show goes, I saw him in the back earlier trying to keep up with the young blood. Looked like he was moving in slow motion, like someone forgot to wind up his grandfather clock. He mimics Undertaker's slow, deliberate walk, exaggerating it with a limp. Big Show goes, what's the matter, Taker? Did you forget where you parked your hearse? Or did you trade it in for a walker yet? So the crowd oos, some chanting Undertaker. Big Show goes, and don't get me started on that motorcycle he's riding now. He thinks he's some kind of tough guy rolling in here like a bad biker. Newsflash, Taker, you're not American badass. You're American geezer. I bet he's got training wheels on that thing and a little bell that goes ding ding when he's too tired to yell, rest in peace. Big Show laughs, slapping his thigh, because Big Show thinks he's the funniest person alive right now. Big Show goes, I'm 29 years old, in my prime, 500 pounds of pure power. Meanwhile, Undertaker's out here pushing 36, looking like he's one tombstone away from retirement home. Tell you what, Taker, why don't you hobble on out here right now? I'll give you a handicap match. Your bad knees and a bottle of Ben Gay against the Big Show. What do you say? Suddenly, the lights flicker, the iconic gong hits, the crowd loses it as Undertaker's music blares. Big Show smirk fades as he turns to the ramp, bracing himself. The promo ends with Undertaker's entrance, starting cutting Big Show off before he can finish. So it's 68. So Stone Cold is in the ring, ready to compete. Before the match starts, The Rock comes down to ringside, apparently scouting Stone Cold, and Austin is not happy that The Rock is going to be watching Austin's match. This guy's 72. In an exceptional match, the two-man power trip defeat Chris Jericho and Kane when Steve Austin pinned Kane. During the match, we also had Kurt Angle won in and attack Triple H. The two-man power trip successfully defend the WWF World Tag Team titles. Stone Cold was head and shoulders above everyone else, and this got 76. Of course. So Chris Jericho and Kane are in the ring afterwards, having lost their match, even though it says that they won. And O'Hare and Palumbo attack them, and this got a 44. Then, in a post-show match that had great heat and decent wrestling, The Undertaker defeated Rob Van Dam by pinfall with the Tombstone, and this got a 48. What was the final grade for Raw? A 71. Okay, I that did better than I thought it would. With all like the low promos in the 30s and 40s. Obviously, the tag team match saved that two-man power trip versus Jericho and Kane. The Rock coming out to watch Austin's match also helped. Um, I can't forget Big Show's promo. Um, that's the only promo that did good with the 68. Let's see. Lars War, drug test fees. Stone Cold says Sean O'Hare has poor ring psychology. Kid's not probably not worth keeping around. Arn Anderson says the same thing. And Tori Wilson has fully recovered from injury. I forgot what she was injured from. Okay, so there were a couple backstage incidents. Uh, so Jack Doan got suspended for getting into an argument with a fan um, outside the arena. Jack Doan was happy with the suspension. Deborah got suspended for the same thing. Nothing noteworthy happened from it. Jim Cornette got a lot of heat due to his recent attitude, was given a stern warning. This had a negative impact on Jim Cornette. And some of these matches are for Heat, some of these I did, some of these are for SmackDown. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this. This was Monday Night Raw for week 4 of September in 2001. The next time I record something, it'll be Heat and then SmackDown before Unforgiven. Until then, good night, everyone.